Greetings, Commanders. Rocket here with RPG Gaming. Welcome back to another Watcher Realms video. Today we're featuring an action-packed Season 10 Round 5 of GVG. We've got bombing runs, crazy flyovers, different Grotesque Fiend tactics, as well as a sneak peek into a meta Northerner faction GVG comp. That's right, I said it. Northerner. Stay tuned to the end to see the sneak peek of that. After all that, we'll go over my defensive victories and defeats. And I hope you all enjoy it. We're currently 59th place. Though it's looking like we might lose this match. We'll go into why I think that after the video. First up here, we've got a nice flyover. Performed by a guildmate Flo. Pretty standard nightmare comp. Arrogance Hatsit, Wukong, Torador, Lily. He goes ahead and waits until Arrogance ult. Sends out the rare flyers. Proc Hatsit ult. Sends out a couple of Lego flyers. Followed by a healer. Provide a little bit of sustain. Down goes Arrogance. Down goes Wukong. Epic flyers come behind. They don't quite make it, but that's alright. He's just going to send off another set of rare flyers. Bait out that Hatsit ult once again. And boom. Puppies! Secures the win. Nice flyover. All right. Next. One of my attacks. Using my choppers. Got them level 6, so I'll try to use them as much as I can. Now, I had to formulate a new strategy for the Chomper on this one. I go ahead and send off the magic tank, bait out all the ults, beholders, followed by Chomper. Now, I send the epic dogs so that they get there and stack up the Chomper as fast as possible. Because if not, the Pope and Ingrid's just going to kill that Chomper. And it was successful. Now, I probably could have just went ahead and sent the dogs and the Chomper, but I go ahead and send the lightning guards just to seal the deal. Better safe than sorry. And secure the win. So, there's a new tactic for some of you out there that like to use their Grotesque Fiend. The Abyssal Beholders, followed by the Epic Dogs. When the placement is far away, they just work so well. So that was good. All right, next we've got RX Coop. Oh, this guy. So this is a flyover here, and it's a crazy one. With this hero comp, Naza, Erlang, Ajax, you would never fly over this, right? Nah, there's no way. That's not what Sir thought. He says, watch this. Throws out a healer, throws out double LGs. Erlang's about to ult. There's no way this is gonna work. What? Oh, they're through. They're through. They're through, and they take out Erlang. And the dogs fly through to secure the win. Crazy flyover. You gotta love those close calls like that. And you know, Capo or RX Capo who set that up never thought about people trying to fly over. He's probably just waiting for the Grotesque Fiend. Nope. Nice win. Okay, next one is another one of my attacks. So I had done a lot of testing with the Grotesque Fiend against Nightmare comps. So I wanted to pick on a few this round. And it wasn't as easy as some of the testing that I was doing. This particular run, everything just went so well. All the timings, everything. Let's get into it. So you're going to see the Templar die just in time to stack up the Grotesque Fiend. I send out the Templar, followed by the Shield Maiden. Shield Maiden's going to get there in time for Wukong to ult one more time, and then the tank's going to die just in time. And the Grotesque Fiend, look at that, just a sliver of health left. Just a sliver of health. Everything was just, it worked out so well. Very close call. And I secure the win. And we needed every point we could get this round. And lots of people tried that same tactic, but it was just so close with me. And then, yeah. Yami actually had a really nice attack too. Really nice swarm. He said, to heck with the chompers. I'm going old school, man. So yeah, sends out the Fool, sends out the Templar, procs the alts, another Fool. Pretty standard. Goes with the Templar. And luckily, these Templars last long enough for the healers to get there. The Necros. And it's actually really close too. I believe a Templar ends up making it through. Yeah, Arrogance goes down. He's lucky Arrogance went down there because this was really close. Closer than it may look. Closer than it may look. Wukong's still up there. But he secures the win. Nice one. Nice one, Yami. Okay. Team 2. Asna Boy. Asna Boy. This one here is anything that could go wrong, did go wrong, but it all worked out in the end. So he's basically trying to take out the Cyrus right now. But his chompers just aren't quite strong enough to do it, and Nazal is a beast. So is Nastia. So there goes the one. Got one more chomper left here. tries to come in and finish the job. But if you notice Cyrus's health bar, I mean, he's just tickles, right? So sends out the Fool, bait all the alts, and what do? You send out the Magic Tank, and look at all the alts. Everything, the timing is just, it's just perfect. Release the hounds. 2 seconds left on the clock. Atta boy, Asnaboy. Atta boy. Great win. Great win. Close call. Okay, another one of my attacks. Now this is another Nightmare team, but they threw Valar into the mix. And you're going to notice the win condition for this one is that the Magic Tank survives long enough to not only take that second or third alt from Wukong so that Wukong doesn't hit the Chomper. Because if Wukong hits the Chomper, if somehow that Magic Tank dies beforehand and Wukong hits the Chomper, that next alt will almost certainly kill that Chomper. Not only that, but if the Chomper doesn't gain that one extra stack from that Magic Tank dying in its proximity, a lot of times, at least with my BP, it's just not enough to kill the tank that's there. So this was another one that everything, it kind of makes it look easy, but it's really not, and everything is very close. So I go ahead and send off the Fool, and I wait till 8 count. That's very important because you want the Fool to be about right in the center of the map before he procs that shield. See? So he gets a shield right now. So that was basically half of Valar's ult while he's shielded. And that allows him right there to tank that second ult from Wukong. And this Chomper survives long enough to get through and take the rest of them out. And then send the dogs, secure the win. It looks easy, but it was actually really close. So that's great. Great win. Okay. This next one is just a disgusting bombing run. X-rated bombing run. Oh, man. Inarius. Yeah. And others tried it. Some were successful, some were partly successful. But he showed them the way. And what a way. Watch this. Magic Tank. Bait all the alts. He even sends everything a little bit early, in my opinion. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm confused. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different round. But yeah, Speed Demons, look at this. Whoosh! Like, isn't that disgusting? And that's, don't be fooled. That's a strong team. Anora, Nastia, Cyrus, Naza, Lily. Pooh. Great win. Great win, Anarius. Disgusting bombing run. Oh. You almost wish that everybody just blew up instead of them making to the portal, but okay. So this next one, I wanted to show you for 2 reasons. First reason, because it's the Northerner team, and he's almost got the right idea, but maybe he's just missing a couple awakenings or some gear or the setup or whatnot. But Vescatarn's attack here. I wanted to show off his Chaos Demon Soldiers. This Demon Captain's really just disgustingly strong. The way that he revives, and he does enough damage on it upon his revival that when you're lucky enough on these northern comps that the chompers actually double tap the King Hearts, there's that little bit more damage that the Captain is doing, and that's what allows for the win here. Otherwise, those chompers would be at it all day. All day. If the Hearts is proper awakenings and everything like that. But yeah, he sends the dogs through. Makes it look easy. But I assure you, not easy. Not easy. That's a crazy team. Crazy Demon Soldier force going up against it there too, though. Yeah. Vescatarn, nice win. Okay. Oh. This is it. Yeah. Are you ready for the dog fight of the night? Yeah, this is just a disgusting dog run, as the Beebs usually does. Sends out the healer, straight to the rare tanks. Release the hounds! And straight up to the portal. Nice win. Nice win. There's the dog fight of the night. Brought to you in part by the Beeps. Shout out to all my guild mates. Okay, now I'm gonna show you guys a possible future Northerner meta comp. Okay, the Frost Dominion can beat it some of the times. This guy got the closest, so we'll go to his attack. Okay, so he goes ahead and he tries to snipe out Boreas. Now, it's funny because I've tested this team out and I can snipe the Boreas out, but even when I do, I can get 2 Grotesque Fiends in front of Hars, stacked up with 2 sets of bugs, with healers and shield maidens, and I can't kill Hars, okay? He screws up the timing and sends the Garnets a little too late, so they manage to get desynced from Boreas. But take a look at this guy's Grotesque Fiends, and take a look at King Hars' health bar. You'll notice that these Grotesque Fiends actually get 4 or 5 hits off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6. When I've tried this, sometimes they get 1 hit, sometimes they get 2. And if you hit them while Hars is just about to ult or in alt form, it does nothing. And with that new healer, his ult just comes around so quick. Okay, now you do need awakenings, all right? You need an A5 Hars. You need an A5 Ymrit or A3 Ymrit. Those are the standards, and the new healer. Okay? Now, no. What's that? Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, you do need A5 Hards. You need A3 Ymrit. and you need the new Healer Iris. Okay? You can swap out Boreas for Glacius, Lynx, Anora. Same with Fenris. You can swap Fenris out for Lynx and maybe even Maul. And this team is just... it's crazy. It's crazy, which is cool. I like seeing Hars come back. He was actually my first... I can't remember if he was my first Lego pull or if it was the first legendary Lord pull that I had. But I got him, and I used him for a little bit in the earlier seasons of GVG. And then once the axes started hitting hard enough for the Shadow Keepers, you kind of needed that unyielding. But with this craziness, this team, craziness. Okay, we'll go to my defenses. Now, the team won. This guy was just a complete troll. He just stacked up his Legos and tried to make his BP as high as possible and then just threw them at me in no particular order. So we won't show you that. I will show you the team that got the closest. They all tried pretty much the exact same thing. But this one was by far the closest. By far the closest. And you're not going to believe it. Watch this. He goes ahead and sends off the Epic Shield Maiden followed by double Garnet. And normally, Mari freezes him, but they take her out. But not only that, they take Boreas out too. What is going on? What is going on? And now, Naza is ulting into these chompers. These Epic Shield Maidens aren't moving off their spot. Like, sometimes they'll inch forward, you know? And these guys, the chompers are going through another ult. Luckily, my Naza's got enough rage regen. She took out those LGs. And Lily, watch Lily. She's almost into her ult. Almost. Oh, she doesn't quite get there. And that's it. Except for this guy decides to give her a little slap. Good, you weren't moving the whole time. Yeah. Crazy RNG. And then everybody else that tried it, I think they were more blown away at why it wasn't working for them as I was of how it worked in the first place. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's... oh, they are using a little more of their attacks. It was 34 a couple minutes ago. So that's good. Still going on. We might pull through. But there it is. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a good one. All right, if you stayed till the end, I appreciate your time. Thanks, bye.